Oh. Beer. Oh, yeah? Well, so's your face. Stop touching my magic bone. Well, you're mistaken.
Bidka? Quite as many mysterious deaths, Sunnydale is gonna rule.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 57 of GurRcast, the Buffy and Angel recap podcast for Slayer aficionados and newcomers all alike. Well, I've been saying virgins, but virgins got a little weird, so I'm going to say newcomers now. I am your host, Brandon Ellison, and
I'm Jewel Rocket Rose.
And we are having a day filled with technical complications, misunderstandings of time zones. There's a lot going. Okay, Jewel, we have to fill in everybody on why we're starting the show an hour late.
Do you guys know that it's daylight savings today?
It's daylight savings today.
Yeah,
Where,
but
though?
it's not daylight savings elsewhere. It's only daylight savings
in the U.S. And I'm in Mexico. And I've been in Mexico since Monday, so I haven't done a show since I've been here. This is my first show here in Mexico. And we were supposed to go live at our normal time, which is 3 p.m. Pacific. Jewel called me at what I thought was 2 p.m. Pacific, freaking out that we weren't going to be able to do this.
No, but it was 2:57, and I said, Brandon,
And the point is,
you guys,
daylight savings time is stupid.
It's stupid. I've worked all week. I'm tired. I'm cranky. Brandon, how are you? You've been vacationing. I've seen your walks on the beach. Let's not.
I mean, not really vacationing. I still go do stuff, but yes.
Yeah, but part of your doing stuff is also vacation oriented.
But I'm walking sick doggies.
Which is you're doing God's work, and I'm thrilled for you, but I'm tired and cranky because I had to wear masks. I had to wear masks and shields and all kinds of shit this week. I got
Jewel, tell everyone what you were working on this week.
I was working on the Kids' Choice Awards, and I got swabbed up my nose more times than I can count.
I've had that like 3 times in the last month. I've gotten COVID tests like 3 times. You never get used to it. It never feels right.
No, it doesn't. You know why? Things aren't supposed to go up your nose. They're supposed to go out your nose.
And if they are, it's supposed to be like, oh, look, I have a nose hair. Or like, oh, I have to like pick a booger. But this is like,
no, things don't go up your nose. No, you should blow out your boogers, Brandon. I don't know why.
Well, you know, like there's some that get, this isn't that kind of show, but there's some that get a little precocious. Anyway,
I could feel that I had something in my teeth. I'm sorry. I could feel it. And the last thing I wanted was like some big Nick Jonas, like spinach in my teeth moment.
Nick Jonas spinach. Okay. So the other thing is we're on YouTube today and not on our normal Facebook channel. And that's because a year ago, I posted a funny little meme that was like, hey, with all this coronavirus nonsense going on, like, here's a nice picture of a house that will help you, like, help you get your mind off of COVID or whatever. And then on the bottom, like a painting of a house. And on the bottom, it said, there, you just enjoyed a painting by Hitler. Feel better now? And, like, I thought it was funny. A year later, Facebook has decided to put me on a 30-day streaming ban because I posted that.
That is apparently punishment, like, way too late.
Yeah. First of all, way too late. And also, like, what was obviously a joke. And I don't like Hitler. And it's not even that nice. Welcome to GurRcast, the podcast that doesn't like Hitler.
No, we don't.
I feel like the world is just insane. And I feel like it's, like, getting better. But in the process of getting better, things are going to get real crazy for a little while. Like, I think that all of us collectively have forgotten how to be human beings in the last year. And we have to figure out how to do that.
Because we've been hibernating bears.
Yeah.
We've been inside for a year.
Yeah. And I think that it just, I think that I have conversations, like, I'm in Puerto Vallarta, like, everyone here is over 60, they're all vaccinated. And like, and I talk to these people and I forget how to have interpersonal conversations. I forget how to read like facial expressions. It's fucking weird.
Why is it? Because they're wearing masks, or because they're
not wearing masks. They're 60 and they're in Mexico. They're not wearing masks. But I can't read, like, I forgot that like you could smile at somebody to like show that you appreciate something that they're saying. I forgot how
Brandon,
to do that.
I have not forgotten how to do that. I do that through my mask and don't understand why people don't smile back at me because they're also wearing a mask. I still wear lipstick under my mask.
I'm ready for all this shit to get better, but I also feel like we're all going to have to take a second and learn how to walk again.
I think we all have to, after that administration too, we all have to learn how to be compassionate human beings to each other. And it doesn't matter what you believe in. It just matters who you are as a person. Exactly.
Hey, Jewel, have you been watching anything or reading anything or listening to anything this week?
No, Brandon, because I've been working.
Okay, well, I
watched the Kids' Choice Awards. That's what I did. Everyone watched Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, especially if you got kids. It's a great show.
When does it air?
It already did, but it'll air again.
Who won America. Like best movie? Is our best movie?
I believe Justin Bieber won an award.
That's good. Is Justin Bieber still doing stuff?
Yeah. Oh, he has a new song. The performance was amazing. It was it looked like it was on an airstrip, and there, you know what kind of basic bitch I am. I am a fireworks bitch. I love fireworks. They make me so excited.
We have them every night here.
Fuck you. I want them. I want to live there because that is my most favorite thing. I love fireworks. I love them. They make me so happy. It's glittery, it's sparkly, it's shiny, it's in the sky. I love it. That he had fireworks as part of his performance. So it was my favorite one. The song was all right too. The song was good.
Speaking of like teen pop stars, I have been listening to Nick Jonas's new album nonstop as I walk dogs.
Hate it.
I love it.
Hate it.
Love it.
No, boo Nick Jonas, yay Justin Bieber. That's where I'm at. Who knew? Who knew I'd be there?
I had no opinion on either of them until this week, frankly.
I was Team Jonas more because of Priyanka Chopra and Sophie Turner than anything else. Just because I really love and those are the wives of the Jonai. Two of the wives. There's another one who's a jewelry line maker or something. She's a nice girl.
Oh.
She's from Jersey. Whatever. She's a good girl. I don't care.
Yeah.
She's going to be a New Jersey housewife.
Jersey, right?
I bet you money she's going to be on the New Jersey Housewives. One day she will be on the New Jersey.
Here's what I have to tell people. Like, you know, like people like the Jonas Brothers or Whitney Houston or whatever, like they get famous and you're like, wow, they are so classy. They're so whatever. And then some shit comes out and it turns out that they are straight Jersey trash. And that's because they're Jersey trash. And you could take a girl out of Jersey.
Thing. Yeah, it's a Jersey thing. When you have that many diners in your existence and that many Wawas, you are just asking for trouble.
It's just trouble. They can't even be trusted to pump their own gas.
And let's be clear, there are two different parts of Jersey as well. There is North Jersey and there is South Jersey, which is a whole different animal. It's like Northern California and Southern California.
Jersey.
We are different fucking people. We're different people. I'm already swearing in the first 8 minutes.
Jersey
Brandon, this is not great.
It's okay. Let's talk about our episodes.
Let's talk about the dumpster fire. Yeah.
Who would have thought that?
Who would have thought that Mexico would have bad internet?
Would be questionable.
It's true. There you go. Yeah. Well, let's talk about what a dumpster fire this episode of Buffy was.
Okay, let's talk about No Place Like Home. If I cut up or something, just talk. You know, it's.
How about if my phone rings again?
That phone rings off.
You got to cut out my aunt's name because she'll be pissed off.
Amino Selly's phone.
Aminoff. Selly.
Okay.
No, Brandon, you were freezing up a storm. Do you want to maybe check?
There's nothing to check.
There's nothing to check. Okay.
It just is. So let's just go for it. And
Living
then
the dream,
comes to
people.
Sunnydale. An unseen evil comes to Sunnydale that helps Buffy discover more about her little sister Dawn, and the girls are distressed and confused when their mom suddenly becomes ill without any clear explanation, medical or supernatural.
Yeah, it was weird. Joyce went down.
Yeah.
Let's do it in segments like that. I think that's perfect. Let's do segments and then talk about it, because that way we know I can carry the show if you freeze.
Okay, Jewel, you got to carry the show. Too much. So, like,
okay, you guys, let's not lie. Who is the anchor of this show? It is Brandon. You keep us. No, that way.
It's you.
It's
no,
me.
Everyone thinks it's you. Yeah.
That I'm glitching. That
no,
I'm the
everyone
anchor.
Thinks you're the. Everyone thinks you're the anchor of the show. No, because people are like, "What does Jewel think?" Nobody's like, "What does Brandon think?" Nobody gives a shit what I think about the episode. They want to know what the newcomer thinks.
Well, yeah, but I'm the colorful commentary. You're the meat and potatoes. I'm just the fluffy vegetables on the side.
The floofy vegetables. Okay. So the episode opens and we see this like flashback to 2 months ago. There's these monks and they're doing this ritual and there's just like pounding on the door, like something is trying to break in, right?
Yeah, it's creepy.
And then we go to the present. Buffy kills this vampire outside this abandoned building, and a watchman catches her, and he's like, "What are you doing? Like, are you looking for the rave?" And then he's like, "Also, you left your glow ball here. Take this orb with you." And Buffy's like, "Okay, sure. I love orbs.
Orbs are great."
She's like the Marianne Williamson of Buffy.
She's like the Jewel Rocket Rose of Buffy, because I love anything sparkly, pretty, shiny, blinky. Love it.
So Jewel has ADD is the point of this episode. So Buffy's making breakfast for her mom.
I have never countered that argument, Brandon. I agree with that statement.
And her mom is having these headaches, and the doctors are like, "We don't know what's happening, whatever." And
American
Joyce,
medicine.
Yes, and she tells Joyce that Buffy only helped with breakfast. I'm sorry, Dawn tells Joyce that Buffy.
Dawn's a lying little. Come on, Dawn, stop being such a little bitch. She's not. She needs to get with it. She's being a nasty little girl.
And we see that like Joyce and Dawn are like really close. They have these bonding moments. Like
they're like snuggly out of nowhere. Where I did not see a Joyce like that in the first 4 seasons of Buffy. She was not warm and cuddly. That's not what a Joyce is. Joyce is like I'm an art dealer, girls. I have things to do with my, mummification items that I'm displaying in my gallery.
But that's the thing is like, did you have younger siblings or are you the younger sibling?
I have a half sibling, or had a half sibling.
Yeah.
But he was 17 years older than I was.
Right. So you're the baby. I have a younger brother, and he could do no wrong. And his dynamic with my parents was very different than my dynamic with my parents. Like, so I relate to this a lot. Like,
really?
Too much. Yes. Yeah, exactly.
I didn't relate to it at all because honestly, if all eyes aren't on me, I don't know what's happening.
Exactly. Yes, we know. We all know. Let me just
put it this way. My father did not want, because I live with my parents now, because I can't do COVID on my own. Okay, you guys? Could you imagine me by myself? I'd be talking to the wall.
We'd be doing 100 podcasts.
We'd be doing 85 fucking podcasts because I can't be by myself like that. But my father did not want what I wanted for breakfast this morning, and the whole house heard about it. The entire house.
Yeah, you starting the before the episode, you go, and these people are in my kitchen, and it's like, your kitchen?
I have reserved this time. If this time of day was my kitchen, because I reserved it, I put it in writing. Because as I learned this week doing that show, as I was told by a very good friend of mine and mentor, adults put things in writing.
Well, Giles is opening the magic box.
And I'm sure he put it in writing.
Yes, and it's not very successful. But eventually, like, it does get to be super popular, and he can't handle it on his own, and he's, like, freaking out. Buffy gives the orb.
There's too many people here. There's too many people, and they want things.
And Buffy gives the orb to Giles. That was my favorite line. Yeah, Buffy gives the orb to Giles, and Giles is like, I don't have time for your fucking orbs, which is exactly what I would say. He doesn't say exactly that, but basically that. Like, don't throw orbs at me when I'm trying to do work.
He's like, there are too many people. They want things from me, and I can't deal with you and your sparkle
and your
stuff.
orb.
You and your orb can go elsewhere.
How many people have said that to you in real life, Jewel? I just can't deal with you and your orb right now.
On the daily. What are you talking about? They're like, I can't deal with you. I say it too, people. I can't deal with you and that right now. So let's unpack this at a later date.
Anyway.
Stow it away. We'll unpack it later.
So Buffy goes to the hospital to pick up a prescription for her mother, which is a thing that nobody does. Just go to a pharmacy.
I do.
But...
Oh, because she went to the hospital to get a prescription. Oh, yeah. I was just like, okay. That makes sense as why intern random was there.
Oh yeah, Ben. And
what the fuck is his deal?
You'll see. Buffy runs into that night watchman again that told her about her beautiful new orb, and he is like strapped down to a gurney, and he's batshit insane. And he's like, they're going to attack you from your family, through your family.
They're going to attack your family, I thought they said.
Yeah, through your family.
Oh.
Yeah. So we go back and we see the monks in this empty building, and this monk has a blueprint, and the beast that they've been screaming about this whole time bursts through the door, and she's like, blonde, hot, bitchy, fabulous. Love her.
Is she staying?
She sure does.
Great. I can't wait till she comes back.
And she tries to torture the monk to get information about the key, but he won't tell her anything about the key. So she starts.
I love that she keeps having like Cordelia style meltdowns. Like, give it to me. It's like a little Veruca Salty, which I like.
Yep. And she's like, won't you give me the key? Won't you give me the key? And then she puts. He won't tell her anything, and then she puts her fingers into the head of a security guard and like sucks the life force out of him.
Is that Buffy, how she stays alive? Is that like her food?
Mm-hmm. So Buffy assumes that the danger that she was warned about is what is causing her mom's headaches. Anya thinks that she should do this ritual to find any spells that are affecting her family. So they do the spell together, and they do this ritual together rather. And Buffy starts to see like flashes. And so she can see like where there's like magical trails of things happening. And she goes to look at her mom, and there's nothing magical happening to her mom at all. It's like she's just like normal. But so Buffy's like, fuck, like this is not what's going on. But then she walks by Sister Dawn's room. And I love this scene, actually. She walks in Sister Dawn's room, and the room is flashing off and on like what it looked like before when it was like a storage room. Versus now that Dawn is there, and Dawn keeps flashing in and out too. So like that's the spell. That's where the magic is happening in the house. Dawn is the magical thing.
Dawn is the magic.
Dawn is the magic that's happening in the house.
So is Dawn is what the curly haired bitch is looking for.
Perhaps.
That would be my deduction from this, because otherwise why would Dawn be flashing? Because John did not exist until 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. And Dawn is there like with her arms crossed being Dawn. And Buffy's like, who are you? You're not my sister. And she like pins her down and tries to beat the shit out of her and tells her to stay away from her mom. But Dawn's like super confused and doesn't know what's going on, because of course she doesn't, because her sister just came in the room and said, you're not my sister, and started throwing fists. Giles calls to talk to Buffy about the orb. It's called a Dagon Sphere, and it's supposed to protect them from evil, and like an unnamed evil. And Buffy's like, why is it unnamed? And he's like, when things are unnamed, that usually means that they're pretty dangerous. Buffy goes back to this abandoned building where she saw the night watchman and found the orb before, and she finds Spike outside of her home and wants to know what he's doing there. She lets him off with a warning, and he gets frustrated. And Buffy looks down and notices a bunch of Spike's cigarette butts. So he had clearly been there for some time.
He had been there for a while. Pacing.
Yes. So she
Are you a pacer, Brandon? Do you pace when you get nervous?
I pace nervous, and I pace when I'm talking on the phone.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. I'm a pacer as well.
Yeah.
Or texting. I pace and text.
Yep, I do the same. I don't like to be in one place. I do like everyone in the comments is bringing up when Buffy asks Spike what he's doing, 5 words or less, and he says, "Out for a walk, bitch," and I enjoy that. I've seen that on T-shirts and stuff. So anywho,
we should put that on a mask.
She goes back to the warehouse. Dawn is watching this whole exchange from the window. Buffy finds the Beast. I'm just going to start calling her Glory because that's her name. So her name is Glory.
That what her name is?
Her name is Glory. And I don't like to call her the Beast because there's another character called the Beast in Angel that is only called the Beast. So we're going to call her Glory.
Kill me.
So she comes against the Beast / Glory and realizes that this chick is like super strong. Like Glory punches her through a fucking wall. And Buffy runs away with the monk. And Glory causes a tantrum and she starts stomping her fucking heels on the ground and the whole building collapses on her. We're back at the magic box. Anya is talking about her ideas, how to run the store. And she talks about the Hand of Glory, which is funny because her name is Glory. And Giles offers Anya a job, and he's like, "This is too much for me. You have to come handle this, and you love handling the money." Now, in the last or maybe 2 episodes ago, we saw when Anya is playing the game of life, and she tries to sell the children for more money. So Anya is like super...
And she also came in the top of this episode saying how, things are so expensive and his dust or whatever, his conjuring dust was way overpriced and she could help him with a troll to get, from the source who sheds.
You like Anya now, don't you?
I do. I get her. I get her
I thought
now.
you would. Yeah. I like Anya for the rest of the series. It took a while.
Yeah. I don't dislike
like
her at all. I don't like Tara. I don't want to see Tara. I don't care what she says. I'm over it.
Next week's a Tara episode.
Awesome. I'm gonna obviously it would because when I decide I really can't stand
Buffy that she has.
Oh, Brandon, you are so fun.
My
back? Turn. I win. Ha. Oh, sorry. I think I might be back. For a second. You're back now.
Okay. Sorry guys, the internet connection here is not great. So this monk warns Buffy that she has to protect the key. The key is a collection of energy put into human form, the form of a sister, and that the Slayer has to. They sent the key to the Slayer for the Slayer to protect the key from those that are looking for it. Buffy doesn't understand this because she's like, I remember Dawn, my mom remembers Dawn, everybody remembers Dawn, and the monk is like, all those memories are false. They've all been implanted. Dawn has no idea that she's anything but human. She's completely innocent. She needs not just your protection, but your love. It's very sweet. And Buffy goes back home. She's very shaken. She apologizes to Dawn. And they kind of unite over the concern for their shared concern for their mother.
Question. What is it the key to? Why do we need a key? What's happening here? Why do we need entry into something? I thought we were not going into the Hellmouth. I thought the whole point was to close it up. So explain to me what is happening. Why would we need a key? Because I don't want to open that again.
Well, unfortunately, that's for another episode.
But why? Why does one need a key? And why didn't Buffy ask, what is the key to?
Because then if we answer all the questions in the 4th episode or 5th episode, whatever we're on, it's not much of a season, is it?
Okay, listen, I get hashtag acceptance and everything, but the thing is with this story and the way it is playing out, it's like they haven't figured out why she's there. Even the writers are unsure as where this season is going. That's what I feel like. I feel like everyone went on a Shoom trip and wrote a chapter.
Perhaps.
This was an ayahuasca journey for them, and they all wrote a chapter and made it into a story.
Apparently, here's a little bit of trivia. At the end of the episode, right after Dawn storms upstairs, Joyce is reading a magazine, and there's an advertisement in the magazine for a shampoo, Garnier Fructis, and it's Sarah Michelle Gellar in the ad, which is very funny. Not on purpose, but it just is what it is.
Whoopsie doodle.
Whoopsie daisy. And that's pretty much the only trivia I have. I have some foreign language titles real quick if you want. Mm-hmm. The Finnish title is Omakoti Kulankalis, or My Home is Precious as Gold. Mm-mm. The French title is Sous Ennemis, or Enemy Sisters. I don't hate it. The German title is Sein und Schein, or Reality and Illusion. I like that. Here's one more. Wait, I gotta find a good one. Okay, the Hungarian title. The Hungarian title is Othan Ksak Ehivan, or there's home, there's only one. And the Italian title is Casa Dolce Casa, Home Sweet Home.
I like that one.
Yeah, I think the German one, the Fighting Sisters or whatever. No, that was the French one.
All right, I'm going to grade it. I don't even want to be asked, Brandon. I don't even want to be asked.
Hey, Jill, what's your letter grade?
I don't even
and final thoughts.
Listen, I feel like this is a building block episode. I feel like nothing was meant to happen here. We're introducing characters. Where is everyone? Like, I want some more. I would like some more Dawn to figure out I still don't get it. I don't get the story. I don't get why she's there. I like Michelle Trachtenberg. I like that she's been added to it. I really like Georgina Sparks from Gossip Girl. So, okay, fine. So already we're going to stay with like a solid, probably C+ just because Michelle Trachtenberg has joined the cast. Because I feel like she brings a little something. And Spike is in every episode, so already we're just starting at a baseline C+. But why isn't Willow there? Why isn't Xander there? Why aren't they more involved? I would like to see more of them. I'm interested to see what is going to happen with Glory. I don't know. I feel like it was all right. I feel like Joyce is going to die also. I feel like Joyce is for the off. Oh, I do, because you can't go from traumatic brain injury to just like being fine. So B-.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and give this one, for me, an A-. You have the introduction of Glory, who I love. Glory is like Glory and the Mayor are like this for me, for my favorite Buffy villains.
But she hasn't done anything yet for her to be great yet. So why is she an A-?
I don't blame you for not giving her a higher grade. I'm just saying that I know what she is, and I love that character.
I know,
so
but hold on.
From that perspective, yes.
Stand by, Brandon. But she hasn't done anything yet, so she can't be an A- after not doing anything.
Well, she's
what she's going to do, which is not fair for this episode. You have to judge it as if this is the episode. You know what's happening, but how is this episode?
Well, I would already find her compelling, and I did find her compelling the first time I watched it, as did you. She's a compelling character. She's an interesting character. You want to know more about her. You want to know more about Dawn.
But we know nothing.
You want to know more about Joyce and what's going on with Joyce. You want to know more about... You want to know more about all this stuff. Yes, you do. And so
no. I'm sorry, Brandon. I need Joyce. I say this with love. Joyce has to die so that the other characters can be more important in the story. Am I wrong? Because Joyce can't be her family anymore because her friends are going to be her family. That's how it's going to replace each other. That's just how an arc goes, right? Like if Joyce is gone because she's sick, she's dying. There's something wrong with her brain. You can't come back from brains, as we learned from Adam. So I think that Joyce is going to die. And then I think her friends are going to like move into the house or something. And they're all going to be like Melrose Place style. Because then they can have one set. And have all the characters around all the time.
I guess we'll find out.
If I'm getting warm, can you just let me know if I'm getting warm?
No. But I will say this. This season, more than any of the other seasons, do not read ahead. Don't read ahead. Don't spoil it.
I haven't read anything. I never do.
Some amazing twists and turns. Okay.
Hand to whatever deity is out there. I have not read ahead on anything.
I don't think you've read ahead. I'm just telling you.
No, because that means I would have had to put time and effort into something, Brandon.
You're in the ballpark, but you're still pretty far off. So anyway, that's all I'm gonna say. Okay, so yes, this episode to me is an A-. Hey, Jewel, you know what's really fun is interacting with people in the live comments who are right now telling me that they would never want to play poker with me because I have no poker face.
Do you guys want to hear the best thing? I'm not even looking at Brandon's face. I have a little note right here that says "You're pretty," so I make sure I look at the camera at all times.
That checks out.
Yeah.
But Jewel, we specifically interact with our Patreon followers. So it's $5 a month for our Patreon. You can come and interact with us live on the episodes.
We
love
love
to hear
them.
what you think. We love interaction with you. So please come and join us, patreon.com/GAC podcast. You also get to see the podcast a day early, and you get to see the video where everyone else just hears us. And Jewel knows she's pretty. She wrote it on her computer. So there you go. I know it's on like a Post-it, but in my imagination, it's written in permanent marker across the top of your computer. So I'm gonna go with that. Oh my God. Anywho, so you're excited for more Glory, or you're excited to see more of Glory. And yes, this is a building block episode. I agree with you. You know what another building block episode is? Actually, not really. Is our Angel episode for this week. Our Angel episode is called Dear Boy. By.
Hold on. I'm just going to admit this before we even start. I texted Brandon watching this episode at minute 35, and I said, is that happening at your house? Because that's not happening at my house.
I can't. Oh, are there people screaming in the background? It happens. Welcome to Mexico. Olay.
I texted Brandon, I think at 35 minutes in, and I said, Brandon, I can't take it anymore. I can't finish this. I did finish it, but you guys, this was a labor of love for you. For you all. This is a labor of love.
So this episode kind of is bringing us into where we are with the whole Darla and Angel situation that we've been building up to for a while. Angel has all these daydreams about Darla as he's been having nightmares or dreams or whatever about Darla, whatever. The gang shows up and they're at this facility where these two groups of cloaked men are fighting in front of this wall demon thing. It's like a demon that lives in a wall. I don't know. It was stupid. Gun kills the demon. They all stop fighting. And Angel sees Darla walking in the streets through this like festival, carnival, whatever it is, circus thing. So we go to a flashback. Angel's walking through the streets in this flashback. He sees Darla. Darla's just killed a sex worker and her client. They call her a streetwalker because this show was 20 years ago, but I'm going to call her a sex worker. She points at this like group of young women, and Angel's like, the one in the middle, that's the one you have for me. And Darla's like, yep, that chick is psychic. And that chick, why don't you tell us who that was, Jewel?
It was Darla.
No, it was Drusilla.
Oh, it was what?
You really didn't pay attention, did you?
I fucking hate this show.
We get Drusilla back. So this is the flashback of like when Angel turned Drusilla, and that Darla gave Drusilla to Angel. So we're back in modern times. Angel is talking to Wesley and Cordy about seeing Darla, and they're like, "You're fucking crazy." And then we see Lindsay and Darla talking, and they're talking about how like great they've been doing manipulating this guy. We're back. We see Kate again. We haven't seen.
My dog is like Brandon. He thinks you're like real right there. I didn't know dogs could see like screens. I mean, I guess they could in theory. But
okay. Great.
If you're on our Patreon, you can see what my dog looks like.
Exactly. And for those of you who are not on Patreon, just imagine it's a dog.
It's not just a dog. It is a majestic creature known as Elvis.
It's Elvis. He's alive.
Elvis.
So we see Kate again. We haven't seen Kate in a while. She's the cop.
Yeah, because no one cares about Kate because we can't stand her because she's a real bitch.
And now she's like got a desk job because she was super obsessed with like vampires and shit. And they're like, let's not put her out in the field.
They were like, girl, you crazy.
Yeah, for the first time ever, the police have shown some restraint.
Okay, we're not. This is not a lot. No.
So she gets a notice from a friend that Angel has moved into the hotel that they now work in. A guy comes and he's like, hey, he goes to Cordy and Wesley and he's like, hey, my wife is cheating on me or possibly being abducted by aliens. I need you to investigate. Cordy wants to take the job because there's money involved. So they go to this restaurant that this woman is meeting up with the guy. Anyway, and Angel is like, I'm not going to do this like espionage shit. Like, I'm just going to tell her straight up, like, you need to cut this shit out. Your husband knows what's going on. Go home. What's wrong with you? And then Angel sees Darla, and he runs up to her. He grabs her. He's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And she's like, no, my name is insert generic white woman name here. And my husband's waiting outside, and I'm so scared and whatever. And she runs to this guy into the sun. So Angel is thinking that she's a vampire. Like she's reincarnated, she's a vampire again. And obviously, if she's a vampire, she can't run out in the sun. But she does. And so Angel realizes that she's human. And everyone still thinks Angel is crazy. Oh, also, BJ's not here, but Amy would like us to point out that BJ would think that Cordy is very hot in that outfit. And I think that outfit was fucking ridiculous for being in a hotel lobby restaurant.
I have to tell you, I didn't know it was possible, but this show is making me really dislike Cordelia.
Yeah.
And she was like my favorite character, and I just want to throw something at her. I want her to trip with a cup of hot coffee.
Yeah, so Angel almost gets arrested for harassing this woman, and everyone else is worried about his sanity. Angel's like, I'm gonna have to do anything.
And he was also crowding Cordelia at the table, like, "Whoa, dude, why?" Yeah.
Angel's like, I'm gonna have to do whatever I have to do to get information. So he goes to the karaoke bar and sings "Everybody Have Fun Tonight," and he's trying to get more information about Darla. And the host, or well, I'll know him, which I'm just gonna call him Lauren, says, you need to stay away from Darla, and I'm not going to help you because I'm not getting involved in this shit, which, by the way, is the smartest thing any character on Angel has ever said. I'm not getting involved.
Yeah, but that's really, I'm just saying.
Smartest thing that any character has said.
Here's the bar. We're not, like, it can't get lower, man. Like,
That's okay.
I'm not getting involved. Okay.
Angel finds the home of this woman, who is Darla, and he's waiting outside. And it turns out that this guy that is her husband is an actor that was hired by the law firm. And he's like trying to stay in character. And he's like, I'm just going to mime eating this because I can't afford the extra pounds. He's like every like wannabe actor in LA. And where was I? Okay. And Cordy and Wesley are warning Gunn about what happens when Angel and Darla get together. And then we have a flashback. And Angel and Darla are like basically banging. And Drusilla, who has watched her entire family get murdered around her, is watching and freaked out and screaming and whatever. And Angel says to Darla that he's ready to make Drusilla a vampire. It's the perfect torment because now her insanity will last forever. We get that added like level of a character you didn't even know was in this episode. So there you go. So
you know what it was? It's because he was speaking in that accent again, and you know how it just grates on me.
It's gotten a little bit better because they don't give him a shitload of dialogue.
Stop lying. It was terrible.
So Kate is talking to Darla, and Darla's explaining all the shit that happened. He broke in, he killed her husband, yada, yada, yada. And then Angel like Spider-Man's down and pulls her up into ostensibly nothing. They're in the middle of a driveway. I don't know what he was dangling from or where she went, but that's what happened. And then he like takes Darla into this like cement factory of some kind, and he's like, I know who you are, I know what's going on. And she keeps the act up and keeps running from him and acting afraid of him or whatever. And then like Darla, he finally bites her. And when that's my boy, I love this shit because she's a fucking freak. And the one thing I want to talk about real quick is the side story that's happening here is that Kate shows up to the hotel and is trying to like talk to them and figure out like, are they going to work with him, whatever. And as soon as she realizes they're uncooperative, the first thing she does is look at Gunn and says, do you have any priors? She goes after the black guy. And again, for the second week in a row, we have a better social commentary than this show deserves. If this was any other show, this would have been a deserving like examination into what happens when cops just need something. So they pick a black guy and say, what's he doing here? You know, anywho, that's all I got to say about that. Also, yes, as Naomi points out, desk job Kate somehow has a SWAT team at her disposal to go to a hotel.
I can't stand Kate. She is my new Jenny Calendar.
Where was I?
Did anyone miss that? She's my new Jenny Calendar. Can't stand her. Don't like Kate. I'm not here for it.
Yeah.
No.
And Kate's like, I only care about the innocent people. I don't care about all these huge, like, sweeping battles of good and evil, whatever. Darla is like, I'm not giving up on Angel. And Angel is like, you have a soul now, and you're going to feel the weight of everything that you've done before and everything that you're doing now. And she leaves.
Oh, this
a whole lot of trouble on the way, and I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, sorry,
what happened?
Brandon. We missed all of that.
Oh, fun. Basically, Angel tells Darla that because she now has a soul, she has to feel the weight of everything that she's done ever. And then she leaves, and he's stuck underground, and he's like, shit is happening, and I'm looking forward to it. So, anywho, a little bit of trivia. When Angelus tells Darla about his plan to turn Drusilla, even she seems appalled, because for him, it's like how twisted he really is, even more so than she expected, because he wants to torture this girl for fucking forever. And that's pretty much the only trivia I have there. The German title is Widersprechen macht Feind, or Reunions Make Enemies.
I don't like that.
Or Fiend, I guess that word is. And the French title is Cher Amour, or Dear Love.
Oh,
so, Jewel, what are your final thoughts and letter rating for the Angel episode, Dear Boy?
As I said at the beginning, at 35 minutes, I wanted to tap out. And I think that would have been a better plan. I mean, give Drusilla some meat, man. Give her something to do if you want me to even notice she's there while he's talking in that terrible Irish accent. This was torture for me, this one. I didn't like this one at all. So let's go with D+. D+.
I am going to.
Rough.
Yeah.
Rough.
I'm gonna second what you said. I don't care about the Darla storyline anymore. It just doesn't. I'm ready for something to happen with it. I barely remember the season of Angel because I watched it twice, maybe a long time ago. So I'm kind of in the same boat Jules in, though I do remember little things happening later. I'm ready for Lauren to be more of a character. I'm ready for Drusilla to come back. I'm ready for a lot of things.
Please tell me she does. Give me some want to watch it.
She does. So I'm really looking forward to what's coming, but I know this episode is so fucking boring. Kate has overstayed her welcome. She needs to go off and be a lesbian district attorney on Law and Order as soon as possible. Though I like that actress. I like Elizabeth Rome.
I do. I like that actress. I hate this character.
Yeah, same. And there was such promise with her in Angel season 1. In her interactions with Angel, where it's like she's the cop, she plays by the rules, he is outside of it. Like when it looked like it was going to be like a Veronica Mars style detective show, her character had some meaning. Now I just don't care about her at all.
I don't care. I want her to go.
Yeah, she will soon.
Thank God. Did she die? Oh God, then she has possibility of coming back. No, okay.
So anywho, stay with it. The season does get better, as I remember. So yes. That's pretty much all I got. Jewel, you got anything else to add to this?
You guys, I'm trying with Angel. I promise I'll be nicer next week, as long as there's something more to it. This was so boring. And Buffy this week also did not have the payoff I wanted. I have more questions now than when I started. I don't understand the Dawn thing. Whatever.
Well, next week's Buffy episode that we're covering is
I heard
Family.
It's great.
I love this episode, and it's a Tara episode, and maybe you'll start to like Tara a little bit. I don't know. We'll find out. But it also has some really great cameos, including a guest spot by a few. I broke up for a second there, didn't I?
Who are you excited about? Who are you excited about?
There's a future Oscar winner that's going to be on the next episode of Buffy.
Julia Roberts?
So I'm really excited for that. No, like later.
Susan
she was
Lucci.
this is one of her first gigs.
You
so we'll
like
see.
me. You really like
And the Angel
me.
episode that we're covering next week is called Guys. Sally Field is going to be on Buffy.
Yeah.
No. And the Angel episode we're covering next week is called Guys Will Be Guys, and I don't remember anything that happens in
The
this one,
title
so this will be
already
fun.
is making me mad.
Well, it's spelled different. It's Guys, Guise, will be guys.
Oh, so it's like a costume, something? Well, okay, whatever. Who cares? It's Angel.
Who cares? It's Angel. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being patient with the internet going in and out and our weird time differences and not being on Facebook and all
you
of this
guys,
in one episode.
I'm just going to say this was consistency for me this week because a few weeks I say how shitty the show is and then I say I liked it in the end. I didn't like either of these.
Okay, great. All right. Bye, guys. My mama.
Bye,
Oh, yeah.
Grr.
Grr, arg.
Grr. I know that's our thing. Grr.
That's our thing.